Now, why is there a toilet in the bedroom?
That's one good question. All the boats are floating, except this one. There are rumors that birds are singing. What are they singing about? I should not try to understand. Jesus. Alle disse lekker. Disaster. One of the bottles landed on the concrete floor and just exploded. I know it will smell beer from the concrete for months. We are at the neighbor's house. Truls, the lawyer, he is doing a refurbishment of the second floor and has decided to donate the teak or mahogany roof to the fisher boat. So all this will be excellent for the hull. For example, we can cover towards the hull, and these are quite thin, about 7 or 8 millimeters, easy to bend. And also we have, what do you think, Truls? What is this?
No, I think it may be oak.
Might be oak, not sure. It can definitely be used for templates anyway. So we have these corner lists as well. Could I use them for something? I've decided that the boat should be a little bit like the Norwegian commercial fisher boats in wood, made of wood from the early 19th century. A little bit rough, not really anything luxurious. The spring has almost arrived in Bergen, and that's nice. It's 5 degrees above freezing point, which is wonderful. And there are rumors that birds are singing. What are they singing about? I should not try to understand. But today it's washing the hull inside time. I've got hot water from the boathouse. Here is the hot water, as you can see. Let's get to work. Wonderful. There is wet on the floor, and this is the reason why all this is rot and has to be changed. Anyway, I figured out when working, this is obviously the bow of the boat, and this is the area which will be flooded if the boat hits anything while running. And of course the Earth's gravity wants this boat to sink, and this is a heavy boat with lots of ballast. How can we do this to reduce risks? So this room in front of here will be for the anchor chain. And the anchor chain in this boat is meant to be underneath the waterline, which means it will drain to the sump. And that is normally not what you do. You have the chain up here somewhere, and there is a hole outside, and it will drain outside. But I guess for a stability issue, security issue, keeping the anchor chain as low as possible is a good thing. For seasickness, it's quite the opposite. It will mean that the boat will be more uncomfortable, but that's another story. What I'm thinking is that we see down here, there is a very small drain there. That will clog up as the anchor chain will rust. However, drilling many of these will mean that the anchor chain locker will not be considered a safe room or a watertight room. I figure if anything hits here and makes a hole, it can be a good thing to have the anchor chain locker as watertight as possible, but it has to drain to the bilge. So having a small hole is controllable if there is a leak. So why not make sort of a floor with lots of holes, very small, and then sort of make sure that the rusticles that comes from the chain will not pass through it and down to clog this hole. We can have a drain to the bilge, and we can also have a watertight locker. It will, of course, not be completely watertight, but if it get compromised, it will be limited to a very small hole, which the pumps should be able to hold off with no big problems. This is really interesting to me, and I would very much invite you to have thoughts about this. Let's start cleaning the hull. I will make water with salmiak and ordinary dishwashing soap. I guess we could drain that into this yard's filter system. They have a filtering system to filter sediments from the boat. There is water here, but it's not easy to fill up. No. A little bit of creativity fixed the problem. Going for a small trip, about 4 nautical miles each way. It's a very small boat, not yard, but sort of a place to have boats. We are only about 20 members, and I'm harbour master there, and I'm just going to check on the status just to see if everything is okay. So this stuff I made from a plastic plate. I bought on a boat shop, and it's easy to work, very easy to work, and totally maintenance free. Times to change course before we collide. Yes, all the boats are floating except this one. That is a problem. We are trying to get hold of the owners, but they seem to have abandoned that boat. Not good. My son Johan has become an expert in the program Garry's Mod. It's actually a game, isn't it?
Well, yes, technically. And not exactly an expert. It's actually made in Hammer Editor.
All right.
Which is an old world editor from 2007, probably, or something like that.
It's quite old.
It's pretty old, but it does the job. And
Right.
as we can see here, we have tried to model the boat, or at least the relevant parts.
Yes.
You can probably notice the square, which is not relevant in this case.
It's a limitation. The hull is so-called encapsulated into a block, but that's okay. It's the point of this video to view the interior, not the exterior. We know the exterior. So if we just take a small tour around the boat, we can see that it's mimicking the Fisher 30 Northeaster Motorsailor. The entrance on the port side. So we see, just to take it very slowly, we see now the pilot house is quite an open space. And that is the point, because I'm making this to fit my needs. My needs is to have some square meters available to do some exercising. I can sit in a chair, then I find a chair. I can lay on the floor, then I lay on the floor, no problem. So there are no fixed seats. The steering position It might be that I mount the steering on the port side, but I might also center it where we can see sort of the dashboard markings are. As we see, there is also a screen that's mimicking the chart plotter, and it's mounted on
I guess it's a
adjustable
monitor
Yeah,
arm thingy.
It means actually that if I do a crossing of the ocean myself and need to rest for a bit, I might move the chart plotter onto a position that I can either see it from forward or from aft position bed. That is an opportunity. I did that on my previous sailboat, the Dragonfly, and it was very successful.
But you're planning for a foldable table and chair then, or
I'm
something like that?
planning for a foldable table that will be mounted behind one of the side doors on the wall, which is then collapsible, and it will stay towards the wall when it's not in use. The sitting arrangement, I am thinking about chairs that can be moved. So of course they need to be mounted somewhere, or actually secured somewhere when at sea. So, as we see on the lower side of the pilot house, there are space underneath the deck area. I'm thinking about having this area open, but with bolts that can be attached with securing ropes or lines, sort of to secure any bags or whatever. I might have to put some supports underneath, so I'm not sure if the deck will be happy to have all this unsupported, but we'll have to see about that.
This model is just an example.
Yep.
Based on textures that was available in the editor.
Yeah, so don't
worry about that.
Don't comment on that, please, because it's not in any way planned. It's just something that was available in the program. So we see in the entrance, we see there is a curtain. So that is my plan, actually, to have only a curtain, not a door. I don't need a door to be alone when I'm alone. So only a curtain to make it a bit more cozy, maybe, and also to get rid of the light in the summer.
Presumably you will have some sort of cover on the windows as well?
Probably curtains and also on the hatch, yes. In Norway, at high summer, it will be light almost 24 hours a day, and in north, definitely. As you can see, the portholes are circular. It is not the original porthole, and I am considering changing to a circular standard porthole. They are easy to maintain, they are easy to open, and they are easy to keep watertight, because if they start leaking you can only tighten the screws a little bit. If the gasket is wearing out, it's very easy to replace it. So in my opinion, that's a practical window, and it's also a little bit like it feels marine nautical. So we see a bed. There will be hydraulic steering on this boat, so of course there is a hydraulic cylinder underneath the bed. The bed is meant to be about 1.20 meters wide, 2 meters in length. That should be sufficient for a good night's sleep. I can wake up and watch some of the most important monitors and see if there is anything without really waking up too much. There is a toilet. There's a head.
Now, why is there a toilet in the bedroom?
That's one good question. And also, if this is a head, why is the toilet in a boat also a head? The reason to have another toilet is two things. If I have a guest with me, and it's not my wife, then the guest might want to have his or her own, probably his own toilet. That's the practical thing about having two. And also, if one toilet breaks, you have a reserve. You might use a bucket, but at sea, with these boats rolling like a roller coaster. Can we say that? I'm not sure if there is space for it, but I will definitely try to get space. Also, underneath the bed, there will be storage area. That brown wall is structural, so it will. It's actually better than the old wall, which was mounted actually 20 to 25 centimeters into the pilot hose, while this wall will actually support the pilot hose and make it stiffen. So we see we are keeping an open solution, which I like. 2 portholes, and we see a sink and
stove? Or,
stove, yeah, stove, something like that. Yeah, very nice view. And of course we have to get downstairs a little bit deeper into the boat here, so the stairs will be a little bit deeper than in the aft cabin. Yeah, and of course the kitchen is not something very complicated, and I will not make it complicated, as I am not to prepare a huge dinner for anyone. I'm making very, very easy meals for myself. I will have a microwave oven somewhere in the boat, but not necessarily in the kitchen. And that's the kitchen, and then we have, of course, turning towards the port, we have the shower and head area. This actually shows a step up, while it's meaning actually to be a step down in the shower. I will try to lower the floor in the shower area to be absolutely sure that the water will find its way to the drain. We could install a faucet here too. Might be, I'm not sure.
It's pretty close to this one.
It's really close to the other one on the kitchen. Some will say, but that's on the kitchen. Well, wow.
And you will also have a door here? Or
I might have a door on this area because it's a wet area. It will be moist, it will be used to dry clothes that might be wet, either from the weather in Norway or from being washed. So yeah, I guess there will be a door. We haven't drawn that, or Johan haven't drawn that in. He's made all this. So that's excellent.
And also, if you're drying clothes here, it might be preferable to use the aft toilet.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's the third point of having another toilet. Excellent, excellent. Very good.
All right.
So, then again, a curtain into the front bed. As we see, there is also 2 original portholes here. They are circular and they are original. I plan to keep them, and also there is an escape hatch also in the front. There is one in the back and one in the front. The bed is... I could choose to make it for the entire bow area. It will be even wider and have more space. I might do that, or I might keep this solution. And I could also make sort of something to extend the bed out on this area where we can actually enter the front bedroom. So that is a possibility if needed. Otherwise, this is also a bed about 1.20 meters, which is more than sufficient for 1 person and a little bit tight for 2 persons. But this is a boat, right?
I suppose people might wonder if this bathroom here is large enough. How big is it, roughly?
It's about a little bit more than 1 square meter. It's not big, but it's really not small. I guess it's about twice what was original on this boat.
Did we calculate that the shower area would be about 60 by 60
60 by 60 about, yes.
Yes.
It's a little bit cramped, it is, but it's larger than it was on the boat. So, yeah.
And this walkway here is about 50 centimeters?
Yeah, about 50 wide. So that should give a good indication on the current plan for the boat interior. I will make it simple in order to actually be able to complete this. I would really love if you would comment on anything, give input. Of course, this is very simplified, but it's clean and it's easy. I might also go into the details later if I want to have stash all over the boat, but in order to complete this boat, we need to think simple and easy. All right, over to the boat work. All right, so we are back in the harbor again, and Who do we run into? Yes, we ran into the boss of the harbor, the man, the big man. So, how is it being boss of this wonderful harbor in the middle of Bergen's center?
It's wonderful. It's a privilege. And it's also quite exhausting.
I guess so, because there are lots of members. And how are they treating you?
What should I say? It would have been excellent running this operation if it hadn't been for all the members.
How do you feel about guys like me, dirty and messing up a boat, very old fisher? What do you think about that?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's very good that people take care of the old classic boats. We wish we had more of that in the club.
Are there anything you could suggest that this is an environmental harbor?
We're in the center of Bergen, and we have taken the environmental issue quite seriously. We installed a cleaning system here for anti-fouling, and
yes.
We are cleaning almost 100% of the metals. Like what do we have?
Oh yes, the copper and all
Copper,
the
yes,
shit
zinc
that's
and
in
all
in the anti-fouling. Yes.
So we're trying to do our best.
Yes, I guess so. So I know we have also got all these waters cleaned from sediment at the sea floor. Are you happy about that?
Oh yeah, I'm very happy. It was highly needed. This has been an industrial area for a very long time, and a lot of different stuff has been poured into the sea here. So the seabed has been very polluted.
Excellent.
So it was a necessary job to do.
Excellent.
We hope we will get to be here for a very long time.
Excellent. Thank you very much to the boss of the harbor, Odd Harald. We did clean the boat in the front. I decided to continue washing the boat in the aft, so work can commence without needing to carry a dust mask all the time, because it's quite exhausting. Part of refurbishing a boat is buying technical stuff. And I've now found a used pump like this one. It's actually not used, it's bought and never used, but it has been laying in the box for a long time. So I'm buying it for half price. That's good. I'm going to get it now. It seems to be clean inside. But what's up on a boat? What is up on a boat? And what is water leveled? And this is a time to find out, because setting up a new structural member in this area, we need to not find out, but to decide what's up, so we can make this wall. I've had some comments that indicate I should use a laser. So I bought my excellent Bosch laser. It's a three-way laser, and it's pointing both. Let me see. So we can make a cross, which is excellent, and very good. So it has different lasers, and that laser will decide what's up based on the direction of the floor it is standing on. No, it's actually balancing right up. So this is basically what is up. We need to decide if the floor is water leveled. So this actually indicates The boat is actually tipping a bit forward. Still, even though I have jacked it up quite a lot in the bow, these are the 3 hoses on each side of the mast foot. So positioning the walls about here should be okay. I guess the last wall was about here, blocking 2 of the nuts. So why pull it backward? To have some more space in the bow. Let's do some measurement. So this should make about 2 meters 30 for the bed, and that sounds a little bit too much, right? But it isn't really, because the bow is not particularly wide. So it means 230 all the way. So that should be okay. And also we should take consideration that there is an anchor chain that is supposed to go behind the forward wall. If the wall is like this, the bed will sort of be not straight to the hull. So if I bend the wall a little bit, like this for instance, then the bed will be about 90 degrees to the hull, like a natural bed, right? But how will that affect the structural walls strength-wise? One might argue that this way it will be stronger, but somewhere around here we have to break the wall back again to have a straight wall. But it might work, right? And also I might consider to have a little bit stronger, a pole, something like that, underneath the mast anyway, so it should be strong enough. Let's make a drawing. This is one possible structure. It will support all the way the pilot house. Of course there will be an opening somewhere around here. I wish to have a wall supporting this. It will mean on the floor that it will come like this. It will give a head slightly larger than 1 square meter, and it will be complicated because the door will be curved here, and this will be the wall to the bed. So I'm off to buy some materials, and as we see, here is some materials that we may use to set up inner walls in the boat. So I guess I'm buying about 25 meters. That should be sufficient, I guess, to make some temporary inner walls. Let's see how we do. I'm doing this just for you, to make a new video. We are trying to get the new video out this weekend and not delay it one more weekend to next weekend. So I must go to the boat at Friday night. It's about 9 p.m. and heading for the boat. Okay, so the point now is to use these thin plywood plates. It's used ones, and these 1 x 2 inch planks to make temporary walls, to get the feeling of how this will fit. Okay, then I have to head home to see a movie with Sarah and my wife. And this is as far as I got tonight. Trying to figure out how tall this forward bed is with the laser water. That's a little bit low actually, isn't it? Let's have a look at this. This are sort of suggesting where the new floor will be. So previously the Fisher had a large, really large dashboard, and underneath the dashboard, underneath here, there was the seating arrangement, and there was a head over there. Now I prioritize a really large pilot house instead, with maximum space. I will make a small dashboard for instruments and a steering position, but that's it. This is now where the stairs are heading down. I can see already that I might need... This is why this modeling, 3D modeling, is a good thing. First you draw it like we did previously in this video, and now I'm trying to build it. I can see that the stairs should be moved a little bit in, so I don't have to make acrobatical moves to get down. So yeah, let's remove this. This is the position of the cooker and a wash basin. Small, but I've had a Dragonfly, and this is luxury compared to the Dragonfly. Then we see an entrance here, and that is the head. And in the next video I need to complete this and try to install sort of a shower and a toilet and see how that is working out. There obviously have to be a door here, and it will either be a hinge door or a sliding door. And forward it's the bed. This is where the curtain will be. There will not be a door. I have a door, but it will be too cramped. It's okay with a curtain. Pretend that this bed is actually going all the way over to the portholes. This wall is angled. It's actually 90 degree, about 90 degree towards the hull, which means it is actually angled. It is not following the center of the boat. This bed will be about 1 meter and 20, a little bit more here, a little bit less at the foot end. But it's quite a huge bed. But it has areas, on the other hand, to have a private room. I can sit here on a little stool, of course, glass fibered into the hull. We're not done yet, so we'll have in the next video to continue this work. And of course in the aft cabin too. It takes a little bit of time to do this, but I think it's very valuable to actually see how this will work out. Oh yeah, and another question. Why this one? Why not have an open here? Because I need structural members. I need something strong to keep the hull stiff on each side. That is also the reason why this will be here. I need to make a strong structural member. If you see anything that should be done, improved, tested, please comment below, and I will read it and I will give you an answer and feedback. I have to rush home. Sarah will be doing the video sampling tomorrow morning. I must prepare that for Sarah. Anyway, that's all we had time for this time. Thanks for watching, and please, if you did enjoy this, leave a like. And also consider subscribing to the channel to follow this hopeless project. Have a nice day.